Hello, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to flip through the Q4 version of my Goals with Laken planner. If you watched the flip through that I did last quarter, I will definitely make sure to clearly mark in the description box when the changes are. There's a couple of changes from last quarter to this quarter, and I'll make sure those are marked with timestamps so you can jump straight to the changes if you're like, I don't need to watch the whole flip through again. But for those of you that didn't get to watch the flip through last quarter, if you didn't see that video, this is your first time watching or hearing me talk about this, I want to make sure that I go through each page, kind of explain what my thoughts were behind it, and show you all of the pages that come with this planner. So like I mentioned in last quarter's video, this planner is for me. I created a planner that I wanted based on all of my experience with goals and goal planners. I wanted to create exactly what I needed in terms of a goal planner. Right now, it is only available in a digital download version in an 8.5 by 11 size. That's the size I like to use. I print it out like this and hole punch it and stick it in a binder. If you don't have a printer at home, you can always go get it printed at your local office supply store. And if you want to use it in a smaller size, I know a lot of people will print it. I've heard that the A5 size, you print it at 72%. And then for a half letter, you would just print 2 pages per page of printing. I like the 8.5 by 11. I like having plenty of space. I typically write big, so I like having space to fill out all of the pages and all of my goals. So this is the Q4 dated version. This year in 2023, I released all of the planners on a quarterly basis. That allowed me to make updates on a quarterly basis, adjust when I found changes that I wanted to make, etc. Next year, there will be a full year version that will be coming out very soon. So keep an eye out for that. If you're like, I'm good for 2023, but I'm really excited about 2024, there will be both a full year version and I will still be releasing it quarterly. That way, if you find me in the middle of the year, not you watching this video, if somebody finds me in the middle of the year, they can get just that quarterly version. And there's the option to try it out for just 3 months. But the full year version will be a better value for the entire year. But I am definitely jumping ahead. So let's talk about Q4. So it starts with the cover page. Then the first 2 pages are page overviews. One of the sets of feedback I got from the community who used the Q2 version and then gave me feedback was some pages that really explained how to use the other pages. Now, if you are a member of the community, I do a monthly goal setting session every single month that walks you through the entire planner and kind of gives you extra guidance and tips depending on what month we're in along the way. But if you aren't a community member, you have these overview pages to kind of help you. So there are 2 of those. Then we get into the first change. So this was something that I quickly realized I wanted when I was transitioning from Q2 to Q3. I don't know how it didn't cross my mind earlier in the year, but I realized I needed a place to actually check in with my quarterly goals. Now, I talk about my goals here on my YouTube channel, and I really reflect on my quarterly goals verbally in that video that I share with you, but I still wanted a place to write it down, and I definitely want you to have a place to write it down. So the first change there's 4 new pages. They all look identical to check in with your prior quarter's goals. So for this quarter, it would be your Q3 goals, and there's a half a page for each one. So you write the goal at the top, the progress that you made on that goal, and if it is 0, it's 0. I definitely have quarters where I don't make any progress on my quarterly goals. How would you rate your progress on a scale of 1 to 10? What worked related to that goal? What did not work related to that goal? And how does this progress or quarterly goal impact your overarching annual goal? So there is enough for 8 of those. Obviously, if you don't have 8 quarterly goals, you will have some empty pages, but I give you enough for 8 goals. So there's 4 of those with 2 on each page. And that is the first big change for Q4. Then we move into the annual goals check-in. I do believe that we need to be checking in with our goals on a more regular basis, not just setting up yearly goals and then letting them go. So there are 4 pages for your annual goals where you check in. There's a half a page for each goal. So you, once again, write what is the annual goal, what's the progress you've made. You'll notice this is very similar to the quarterly goal. What's working, what's not working. You'll notice this is more current, like present tense, because you're still working on those annual goals, whereas the quarterly ones are past tense. And then what's next for that annual goal? Are you gonna keep it? Are you gonna change it? Or are you going to let it go? So once again, you've got 4 of those pages so that you'll check in with all 8 of your annual goals or however many annual goals you have. Then there's a page to rewrite your 2023 annual goals based on the decisions that you made on these pages. So which goals you're keeping or you're changing. If you're just rewriting the same exact wording that you did in the prior quarter, that is totally fine. The muscle memory of rewriting those goals is very beneficial. So you'll rewrite your 2023 annual goals with any changes that you made for the quarter. Then we go into our Q4 overview page. So this is just a calendar page where you can map out what do you have going on this quarter? What are your commitments? What are your trips? Do you have people coming to visit? What do the holidays look like for you? You kind of just map out what your quarter looks like to get a sense of how much time you really have to focus on your goals. So this is the first calendar page in the planner. Not necessarily a change in the planner, but this is a change in how you purchase the planner. So just like last quarter, there is going to be both a Monday and a Sunday start option. Obviously, this is the Monday start version. The only difference in the Sunday start is that it starts on Sunday and the numbers adjust accordingly. The difference is that instead of having you buy them in 2 different download options within Teachable, you're just going to be able to purchase the Goals with Laken planner for Q4, and the options are going to be within that. So you could download both the Monday and the Sunday if you really wanted to for whatever reason. You're going to be able to pick that after you purchase versus before you purchase. So that is kind of a change. There's a lot of reasoning behind that decision, but just so you know, when you purchase it, you don't have to make that decision until after you purchase, and you can download whichever one you want. So this is, again, the Monday start, but if it was a Sunday start, this page would look a little bit different. Then you have your brainstorm page for the quarter. So you would write each of your annual goals in the goal section, the line space there, and then you would brainstorm what your quarterly goals could be for your annual goals. Back on those like page overview pages at the beginning, there's suggestions and ideas on what you could possibly brainstorm on this page. Then you have a page for each of your quarterly goals. Not only do I want you to get really clear on what the goal means to you, but have space to break it down as well. So the top part is about getting really clear on the goal. So what's the idea that you're thinking about for the quarterly goal? What is the outcome that you want it to look like at the end? What's the impact that you want this goal to have or you expect it to have? How do you want to feel both while you're working on that goal and at the end of it? And why is that goal important to you? And then using your answers from these sections, what do you actually want to call that goal? What are you going to name that goal? Then you break that goal down. Which method are you going to use? And then you have this whole dot grid space. I don't know if you can really see that in the lighting, but it's dot grid for you to break that quarterly goal down. So you've got a full page of these quarterly goal breakdown pages for all 8 quarterly goals. If you end up with 8, if not, you'll have some empty pages. Again, I would rather give you all the pages and give you extra that you don't need rather than say like print as many as you need. Obviously you could print extra if you really have extra. I also like having all the page numbers line up. That way when we do our monthly goal setting sessions, I can say, you know, on page whatever you are working on this thing, and having all the page numbers line up I think is very helpful. Then you have a place to write down all of your quarterly goals. So you will take the goal defined from all these prior pages and have a page to reference all of them. Then we move into the monthly sections. And this first page I really created for me. I am the kind of person that's gonna jot down ideas throughout the month. In fact, I will probably come up with ideas for my goal action steps as quick as like the next month starts. In retrospect, the October ideas page would have been beneficial to have at the end of Q3. You'll kind of see how I'm adjusting for that in this version. So not really a change for this one, but just to note for the future, like this October ideas page will be, like the next month's idea page will be part of the prior quarter's planner, if that makes sense. So each month does start with this like ideas brainstorm page. This page I will pull out basically as soon as the next month starts and start jotting down ideas. Then you have your reflection page. So it starts with reflecting on September. How do you feel about last month on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 word to describe last month. What went well? What did not go well? What are you the most proud of? And what would you like to change? And then there's a space to acknowledge that you looked at last month's action items. Again, if you're a community member who's been part of my monthly goal setting sessions, this is something that we spend time on talking about. And then what are you thankful for from the last month? Then you have a monthly layout page. This was highly requested from the community. Once again, this is the Monday start version. The Sunday start will have Sunday at the top, but you have a monthly layout page, and this one is horizontal within the rest of the planner is vertical. Then we move into the overview for the month. So getting a sense of what your month looks like and how that's going to impact your goals. So what are you most looking forward to? What are your other prior commitments? What other resources might be limited this month? And is there anything else that could impact your goal progress? How busy is this month for you on a scale of 1 to 10? And based on all of that information, what goals do you plan to focus on or prioritize? Then this is the brainstorm page that we utilize during the goal setting session. So again, this brainstorm page is really for me, this is how I use it throughout the month, this page. And then this one is, okay, now I'm actually sitting down to brainstorm what are the action steps I am going to put on my planner this month. So I have space for all my annual goals at the top. And then as I go through each annual goal and brainstorm all 3 different variations of the action steps, I will check it off. So there's space for one-time action steps, weekly action steps, and daily action steps. Then we move into the next change from last quarter, which is somewhat of a change and somewhat not a change. And that is the actual monthly goal tracking page. This is my favorite page in the planner. I've had a lot of you ask if I was going to offer this on its own. And for a lot of reasons, the answer to that is no. This is still only going to be available within the entirety of the quarterly planner, but you'll notice something got changed back. So I originally created it in this format with a checkbox for schedule, progress, and complete for the one-time action steps. And then feedback from the community said they wanted a bar under progress. So for Q3, we turned it into a bar. Turns out I don't like the bar. If you watch my monthly goals video, I talked about this. I actually created my own, like I used the bar for July and tried it out, didn't like it. So I created an August version that didn't have the bar. So I surveyed the community and I asked them how they felt about it. Did they like the bar? Did they miss just the checkbox? Or were they indifferent? And when I tell you, it was so close to a 50-50 split. So the next change is that in addition to there being a Monday start and a Sunday start option, there will also be the option to have the progress checkbox or the progress bar. So you get to pick whichever one works the best for you, however you like to track your goal progress. Just like the Monday, Sunday start, when you purchase the Q4 planner, there's only one link. You will just purchase the Q4 planner and then there will be 4 downloadable options. Option 1 will be the Monday start with the checkbox. Option 2 will be a Monday start with the bar. Option 3 will be the Sunday start with the checkbox. And then option 4 is the Sunday start with the bar. So you can download whichever one you want to download, and you might change your mind, right? Like October starts on a Sunday. So maybe for October, you want the Sunday start one. You can download that one. I am a Monday start through and through, and clearly a checkbox through and through. But in addition to the quarterly check-in pages, this is the other big change for the quarter. And so there are going to be 4 versions. You can pick which one works best for you. So this is the monthly goal page that you fill out all of your steps, and then you track your progress on this page throughout the entire month. And then it goes into the idea pages. And we repeat that for all of November and then all of December. And then the one additional page that I've added in the back is a 2024 goals brainstorm page. Now, if you're a community member, you've already gotten this. This is located up in the welcome section as a freebie, but it will also be included in this planner. Like I mentioned, for other quarterly versions, it will be whatever the next month is or the next quarter or both. Actually, it won't. I just realized this as I was talking. I always get ideas when I'm filming. It won't be the next month's brainstorm page as much as it will be the next quarter's brainstorm page. So for the Q4 version, it's really just all of the next year. But in the Q1 2024 version, the last page will be a Q2 brainstorm page at the end of it. So this is another change from Q4 is I just added in this brainstorm page at the end. So there's 5 total new pages from last quarter, this page and the 4 quarterly goals pages. And then again, the 2 new options for the progress bar versus the progress checkbox. So that is the Q4 version of the planner. I will leave it linked down below if you are interested in snagging it. And once again, if you need extra support in actually getting this set up, whether it's support or accountability, these pages do provide a lot of additional thoughts and information, or you can come join our community. And in September, we will have a core Q4 and October, make sure I said that right, goal setting session to get those first pages, all the quarterly pages, and then all of October set up and ready to go. Typically, those calls are live and I'm running them via Zoom. This quarter, that call is going to be pre-recorded. My due date is September 22nd, so I cannot commit to teaching that workshop live, but I promise you the recording is still gonna be really helpful in terms of holding you accountable to getting all these pages set up. I'm gonna give you extra thoughts and tips and advice on setting them up, as well as giving you a timer so that you're not overthinking each page and you're moving on to the next page, and you will walk away from that recording with your Q4 plan all ready to go. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm very excited about the changes that were made for this quarter and excited to get my Q4 all set up.